Hello, welcome to XM Physics. In this video, I'm gonna explain Newton's second law for a constant mass. For a constant mass, Newton's second law is reduced to just net force is equals to m times a. It's a very simple idea actually. If a mass experiences a number of forces, for example this mass here is experiencing 3 forces here, what we can do is to sum up all the forces. It's going to require a vector summation since forces are vector quantities. But if we sum up all the forces, we'll obtain the net force acting on the mass. And once we know the net force acting on the mass, we know the acceleration of that mass. The magnitude of the acceleration is going to be given by net force divided by mass. And the direction of the acceleration is going to be in the same direction as the direction of the net force. Once we know the acceleration of the mass, we can figure out how the velocity of the mass is going to change. And once we figure out the velocity of the mass, we can figure out how the position of the mass is going to change. So basically, Newton's second law is a powerful method for us to predict the subsequent motion of a mass. All we need to know is the direction and magnitude of each and every force acting on the mass. Now, in many problems, what we know about the motion is acceleration, and what we don't know is one of the forces acting on the mass. In such problems, we are going to work backwards, meaning from the direction and magnitude of the known acceleration, we are going to work backward to find out what is the net force that's going to produce this acceleration. And from the net force, we are going to work backward to figure out what is the unknown force that should result in this net force. Many students misunderstand this working backward procedure and thought that the acceleration produces a net force. Somehow the students think that by accelerating, you can produce a force. And that is of course nonsense. We're actually just working backward from the known acceleration to figure out what are the forces that's required to produce that net force and acceleration. Ultimately, it's the net force that produces the acceleration, not the other way around. So that's Newton's second law on a constant mass in a nutshell. And thank you for using XM Physics.